be working like this. I work my ass off and I can't even fucking pay bills, bro. And they always say don't compare yourself to others, but I see people going to Coachella and fucking like buying all types of shit, just pointless fuck you money, and I'm over here can't even fucking pay my fucking rent, bro.
This is not the time. Sashi, Zaza's pooping.
Yeah, gotta change her.
How? You poo poo? Did you poo poo? You poo pooed or no? What is that? I don't even know what that means. I'm sorry, what? Speak my. I think he's pooing. Look at him. Look at him. Oh my God. Hold on, I gotta smell him. Here, buddy.
The economy in 2026 isn't easy. Everything costs more. Yet one question keeps coming up. How are so many single men still surviving? And in some cases, thriving? Some women online genuinely can't figure it out. They expected these men to be struggling, but that's not what they're seeing. Today, we're reacting to that conversation, breaking down the claims, separating facts from assumptions, and asking whether this confusion is actually justified. Let's get into it.
This is the worst time to be unemployed too, like, girl. And now I'm just thinking about the money that I lost, the income that I lost. I'm broke as fuck. Rents too. Like, I'm like losing my mind now. 2 days I've been like chill, like whatever, like it is what it is. And now it's like, I'm so screwed, y'all. I literally am.
Notice how fast confidence disappears when the money disappears. The same economy that's been punching men in the face for years is finally humbling everybody else too. A paycheck isn't a personality trait. It can vanish overnight. This is why mocking people for prioritizing financial security never made sense. Reality has a way of giving lessons that social media never will.
I'm a 23-year-old woman. Okay. I'll be 24 in March. I have a child. I want to be a wife. Okay. I want to be a wife. Casual short term. What the fuck? What the actual fuck do you mean that you're 30 years old and you only want to hook up? What?
Translation: why won't men commit to a single mom? Because she's offering baggage while calling them expired at 30. Next question.
Quick question. Where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship? Because it's not the dating apps. It's not.
I have said this before and I will say it again. They are most likely working or home chilling or maybe just ignoring people.
It's literally crazy that women have created an entire multi-million-dollar industry on the way they want to be yearned for, and men still can't figure it out. We have thousands, hundreds of thousands of romance novels.
She actually makes one solid point. There are plenty of men who want commitment. The problem is, commitment isn't based on what you want. It's based on what both people bring to the table. If a man has options, he's going to evaluate compatibility, responsibilities, and long-term fit before saying, I do. And yes, a lot of relationship-minded men are busy working, building, or staying out of today's dating drama. Wanting marriage is understandable, but wanting it doesn't automatically create the right match.
I got a letter recently that my property taxes are going to go up $600 a year from now on. I got a letter that my homeowner's insurance is going up $60 a month. My propane company sent me a letter that my propane is going to double this year. They just came and filled up my tank. It was $1,000. That's crazy. Also, as a entrepreneur and business owner, I get my health insurance through the marketplace. So you have the Affordable Care Act. I pay $45 a month. They just informed me that if this bill passes and I lose my tax credit, I'm going to go from $45 a month to $660 a month for health insurance. I need to buy a new car and I can't because the cars have gotten more expensive and the interest rates have gotten so much more expensive. I can't find a reliable car that has the same monthly payment of $450 a month that I've been paying now for a new car. Not necessarily new, but new to me. Groceries are insane, and it feels like every day I get a new email from another subscription that I have, whether it's Netflix, my website subscription, everything's increasing in price. And I sit pretty much every day stressed about money, and yet I know that there are so many people in this country that are way worse off than me, and they're not making it, y'all. They're not making it. What hurts me the most is that there are so many women, especially, that just cannot afford to leave abusive homes, and they have to stay in it because of this economy. So are we great again, America? Like, is this what you voted for? Meanwhile, they all sit there in DC, not feeling any of these pressures, not doing anything about it, not giving a shit about the American people. I have been extremely poor, and I have been extremely wealthy. And I know from firsthand experience that the wealthy people don't notice it. And most people are pretty self-absorbed and aren't thinking about other people anyway. So we got to talk about this more. We got to raise hell. We have to let DC know that this is not acceptable. Regardless of your party, we have got to help each other.
Forget the online gender wars for a second. Everybody's wallet is getting tested. People aren't canceling plans because they hate dating. Sometimes they literally can't afford life. Financial peace is becoming more attractive than keeping up appearances. When survival gets expensive, priorities change fast. That's the conversation more people need to be having.
I am right now, like so chronically single. Like I think men are allergic to me. I don't even know. So if anyone wants to have a crush on me, feel free. I'm not even picky at this point. I'm not picky. Beggars can't be choosers. So if anybody wants to fall in love with me, let me know. I'm down. Unless you give me the ick, then that's game over for you. And that's the issue. Everyone gives me the ick. So I think it's just me and my cats for the foreseeable future. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not upset. Not at all. It's really the men of Austin that are missing out on me. Not the other way around. Don't get it twisted.
You might want to save that energy, ma'am, because at this rate, chronically single is about to become your long-term reality.
I always say I get like a lot of attention from men, and I do.
The ick has probably ended more relationships than actual red flags. If every little thing gives you the ick, don't blame the entire city. Attention isn't the prize. Keeping a healthy relationship is. You can't keep moving the goalposts and expect different results. Sometimes the dating problem isn't outside. It's the checklist in your own head.
Okay guys, I've been sent out to the store again. Feminine care section. Typically doesn't bother me, but one of my older females, has requested some sort of feminine soap and some medications. This is definitely going to be a self-checkout day. I don't even know what I should. We have Vagisil cleaning wipes. I'm actually freaked out at this point. And you know me, I usually don't get nervous. But, I don't want people to see me buying this shit, I'm gonna grab a 6-pack of beer too, kind of just sneak it through. I don't think it's even gonna help. So, I'm gonna call them because I don't know if I'm supposed to go with this, the soap, or the I'm fucked. God help me.
This reminded me of being younger, when everything felt embarrassing. Then you grow up and realize life gives everybody weird errands eventually. One day it's feminine products, the next day it's baby formula or prescription medicine. Real maturity is understanding that taking care of people outweighs looking cool. Most adults have been there at least once.
I told myself I would never cry on the internet because I think that's so lame. But I just got our rent renewal thing for our apartment complex, and it's going up by $300 a month. $300 for a 1-bedroom apartment that is not updated in any sort of way. And our complex doesn't even have like nice amenities. Like we have a tiny pool and a tennis court. Like this is not a luxury apartment complex. We already pay, with all the fees and everything included, $2,000 a month, and now we're going to be paying $2,300 a month for this tiny apartment. And that's just so frustrating. I don't understand how people can live in this world anymore, and I just don't want to move again because that's so much work and more money, and it's stressful trying to find another place, and it's just so annoying. And now I feel like I need to get a new job, and I just got this job and I like it, but it's not paying me nearly what I need. And so now I'm gonna have to go through applying to jobs again, which I did for like a whole year plus until I found this job. So I'm gonna have to go through all of that again. It's just not fair.
A $300 rent increase, just like that. People keep asking why everyone's stressed, anxious, and checking out of dating. Because the bills are competing harder than the dating market. When your paycheck can't keep up with your rent, everything else becomes secondary. That's the real conversation nobody wants to have.
But it literally is cheaper to live alone than go 50-50 with a man, because 50-50 doesn't exist. You think half the expenses have been cut out, and that might be so in terms of rent, but everything else doubles. So if I'm an average working person renting a 1-bedroom apartment and living with a man who weighs double what I do, consumes double what I do, sweats triple what I do, adding not only time but also expenses to the washing, cooking, and cleaning, how is it not cheaper and easier for me to rent that same 1-bedroom apartment and have all that space to myself and use that time that I could have spent going 50-50 cleaning up after this man, when I can be spending it on enriching my life in some way or even learning a second income? It literally costs more in every single way to be in that 50-50 relationship than it does to be on your own. And you might say, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, darling. If you want a husband, you're going to have to settle or compromise in some way. Well, then I ask you, why isn't he compromising? Because it seems like the only thing that he's getting right now is everything. I would literally rather die alone than come home to a man who's left his dirty shoes on the floor. And if men think their personalities are enough, they're enough.
Yeah, I don't get the logic here, to be honest. Because for me, I'm thinking if you can afford 1-bedroom apartment and the guy can also afford 1-bedroom apartment, if you come together, you can rent somewhere bigger.
Here's the funny part. She accidentally proved why choosing the right person matters. A disciplined man isn't making your life harder. He's helping carry the load. If living together feels more expensive than living alone, you've got the wrong teammate. This isn't a debate about men versus women. It's a debate about whether the person beside you is an asset or a liability.
So when you're by yourself, living alone, single, and you get lonely, what do? Like, I've been around people and still feel lonely sometimes. My son is with me every other week. I'm definitely more lonely in those weeks. And I'm at the end of that time right now. How do you keep from being lonely? So I'm working on that right now. Like I said, I've been around people, but just trying to fight that loneliness of life right now. What do you guys do? Give me your thoughts, your ideas.
This video is more real than half the dating content online. Forget the filters. This is what a quiet house feels like. Everybody talks about wanting freedom until they're eating dinner alone for the 100th time. Connection is a real human need, not a weakness. Build a life that brings people in, not one that pushes everybody away.
So I just got in from grocery shopping. Okay. I live in Toronto, Canada. Okay. I spent $95. $95 on necessities. Let me take out everything and show you how much I got for $95. Okay, this is what I got. Okay. I know this seems like a lot, but this is literally just basic necessities, you guys. Fruits, eggs, dairy, bread, cereal, the juice, only $1.25 each, eh? Okay? Turkey breasts, snacks for school, pierogies, $3 the pierogies were. Okay? The meat and the dairy was $25 each alone. That's not including anything else. Bro, I should not be anxious to leave the grocery store. I'm there anxious watching her ring everything up. I should not have to have my nervous system spike because I'm buying groceries. The cost of living is ridiculous. What? Oh, that's cute. The cost of living is ridiculous right now, you guys. Like, this is a joke. $100 on necessities alone. I didn't get myself a little sweet treat. You know what I'm saying? Ice cream, popsicle, frozen pizza, nothing. Nothing. $95.
This is why I laugh when people ask why so many men are staying home. Brother, they're not hiding. They're trying to survive these grocery prices. You can't preach just live your best life when eggs and meat are fighting your paycheck every week. Reality has entered the chat, and it's expensive. The economy is humbling everybody.
Literally, what is wrong with men?
Well, from what I've seen, nothing. But why does someone ask?
I'm getting on my flight this morning. I'm like huffing and puffing with my little suitcase and duffel bag.
If someone is huffing and puffing carrying that little amount of luggage, then I suggest they start working out more.
I'm like clearly like looking for whatever my suitcase. I start lifting it up. It's hot. There's people around me. I'm trying to make sure I'm not hitting the kids in front of me. Let's start picking my suitcase, and it's like there's a 25, 30-year-old man like directly behind me. Not one move to help me. Not one move to help me.
Okay, I have a very serious question for those women that make these types of posts. Does anyone actually take you seriously as an adult human being? Because it seems that a lot of you are quite frankly helpless. Moreover, you could ask someone for help instead of just expecting someone, particularly men, to help you. They're not there to be your servants or to do things for you simply because you're a woman. And here's a thought. You could also ask other women for help too, because you're all strong and independent, right? But based on what I've been saying, some of you really don't want to be taken seriously, and a lot of you just want to be treated like helpless children.
So the guy failed a test he didn't even know he was taking? That's the part I can't get past. If a stranger doesn't carry your luggage, suddenly it's, what's wrong with men? Imagine a man asking, what's wrong with women? Because nobody helped him with his bags. People would call that ridiculous immediately.
Dating can be so frustrating. We could be talking to multiple guys, and guess what? End up with no one at the end. Some guys are just not capable of taking the lead of just being like, let's go out, let's do something. Instead, they'd rather just be like, oh, I'll see you there, because they know you're part of this organization or you're part of like this group or whatever, that you go on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. Like, what happened to real men courting women? Like, I want that man. Like, I want my husband to be capable of saying, hey, I want to take you out. Let's go this day. If I say I can't make it that day, be like, okay, what about that day? There's always a way around it, and we can always communicate to make sure to make things happen. And nowadays, guys, if they hear I'm busy, but like, how about another time? And for them, it's over. Like, and it's just like, okay, I'll see you around. Like, what is this?
Did y'all hear that? We're talking to multiple guys, but she's wondering why no single guy is going all in. Men have figured out that chasing someone who's keeping a rotation is usually a losing investment. So when they hear, I'm busy, they move on instead of auditioning for the role. that's not a lack of masculinity, that's protecting your time.